How are we doing?
Great.
I thought I would come up here and really scandalize this little city, and then he did like 5 minutes on dolphin rape, so nothing I say can be worse than that. Just keep that in mind. My name is Selena, and I know to some of you I probably look like Dora the Explorer grew up and went to college and started exploring her sexuality, and the menu at Taco Bell was a little too much. But I am a comedian. I've been a comedian for about 4 years. I would like to consider myself an artist, kind of like Picasso, because he had a surrealist period and his cubist period, and I like to tell jokes about my period, so we're very similar. He was talking about dolphin rape, and you guys were like, oh my gosh, he's talking about periods? That's crazy. This is friendlier, I promise. It's weird though when you're a comic, because I always have these really weird thoughts, like in the middle of the night, and I write them down thinking it's the best joke I've ever written, and then I wake up and it just says like wrinkle fart. I still don't know what it means. It keeps me up at night. I have no idea. Do you think it's like you fart so hard you wrinkle your clothes? Is that maybe where I was going? Maybe you fart so hard you create a wrinkle in space and time. You have to watch a bad Oprah movie. I don't know. But I'm trying to do better for my life. I'm trying to better myself. I've been doing yoga. Does anybody in here do yoga? I don't believe you. I don't feel like Big Spring is a big yoga town, You're like a yoga mat. That's just a carpeta. You put it in the front of your house. Okay. But I do yoga. I just don't know if I'm doing it right, because every time I do downward dog, my asshole barks. Is that supposed to happen? I've been kicked out of a lot of gyms. I did grow up Catholic though. Did anybody else in here grow up Catholic? Christians, make some noise for Jesus. Wow. I didn't realize Big Spring was a bunch of Satanists. That's tight. That's dope. I do think it would be funny though if Jesus was a comedian. I try to imagine the jokes that he would tell. Like he might be like, knock knock. Orange. Aren't you glad I died for your sins? Or he might be like, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to Noah's Ark. Just nice, friendly Bible humor for you, ma'am. That's like a direct line to this lady right here. I can't talk about my labia and I'm looking at my catechism teacher. This is a weird situation. Or he might be like, knock knock. Keep knocking and the door will be open to you. That's Luke 11:9. That's in the Bible, right? See, I passed. I'm getting my confirmation this year, goddammit. I was until I said that. I was. I did go to college though. Did you guys go to college? Some of you? I mean, it's fine, right? I do have a degree. I have a degree in psychology, which is kind of like having a KitchenAid stand mixer. It's like real expensive and mostly for decoration. You just put it out whenever your mom comes to visit you because she bought it for you. Because she believed in you more than you believe in yourself. That's why. Okay. That's fine. Do you guys know who Matthew McConaughey is, right? Yeah. Exactly, no, that's correct. But recently he did an interview where he was talking about the word unbelievable. And he was like, that shouldn't even be a word in the dictionary. You should never think that a beautiful sunset or a beautiful painting or a lovely night is unbelievable. You should believe it. But personally, I have a hard time believing that man even owns a dictionary. Much less read to the use, right? Like, he got to page 15, saw the word all right, and was just done. He's like, that's all I need to know. I do live in my parents' old house though. It's kind of creepy and makes all these groans and stuff at night. And I'm always afraid that it's a ghost. But then I remember it's just the ghost of my parents' dead marriage. So, divorce is real. It's real. I am Mexican too, I should tell you guys that. I know I don't look Mexican, I'm like glowing up here. But I am. My last name is Martinez, which is a very common Mexican last name. And since I'm a performer, I wanted to create a name for myself that was unique. So I tried to take all of my family's last names. So I have Quesada, Rodriguez, Camacho, Martinez. And I wanted to put them all together. But it just came out like Quiz Macacho. And you can order it at Taco Bell. I don't speak Spanish either. I'm a real bad Mexican. I don't speak any Spanish. Most people use incognito windows on their phone to look at porn, right, sir? Not pointing fingers, but I am. You know what they say when you're pointing at somebody, 3 fingers are pointing back at you, though. Not me, though. I don't use incognito to watch porn. I use it to Google words in Spanish that I don't know. That's more embarrassing. Don't tell my mom. But I'm pale, right? So my whole life I grew up with these nicknames. Like my dad used to call me Huera Berinche. Just means white whitey, sir. That's all it means. My wife calls me her little vanilla beaner, which I think that sounds like a cheesecake. I like it. That's not racist, that's just delicious. One time I was on stage and this guy called me a tamale, which I did think was kind of racist. But then I'm like, what do you yell at white people when they're on stage, you know? What's up, tuna casserole? Cool Ranch Doritos? I really don't know what white people eat. I just, Frito pie, no. I think that's Mexican, honestly, I do. What do you yell at black people when they're on stage? Good, you guys passed. I was worried, I was a little worried about some racism, but we're good, we made it. I was also kind of confused because I thought maybe he's placing an order, because I am selling tamales out of the back of my car. Please see me after the show. $16 a dozen. I gotta make some money for the gas that I had to fucking put in my car to get over here. Jesus. Do you guys know Daddy Yankee is retiring? Yeah, because gasolina is too damn high. That's why. That's why. But I have a lot of lady problems. Like as a woman, I have a lot of weird, random problems that I never thought I would have to think about when I was a kid. Like, most women, especially women in porn, have like nice, lovely little nickel-sized nipples, right? Not me. I have penny-sized nipples. But like the pennies, you know when you put like 50 cents in the machine and you crank it with the penny? And it says like, remember the Alamo on the side? That's my situation. I got big girl problems. I was trying to shop for bras online one time, and one of the questions that was asked of me was, what shape are your breasts? Do you have pear shape, apple shape, or relaxed? What do you think relaxed means? Does that mean that my tits are in the Bahamas somewhere in a hammock? No, it means they're saggy. I've never been more upset at an online quiz in my life. It really fucked me up. But I'm trying to get used to it, you know, like I'm trying to be happy in my body with what I have, right? So I went to a Fat Girl Pride Parade. Has anybody been to one of those? You have. It's just the driveway at Dairy Queen after 8. That's it. We're all gathered there. Gotta get that chicken strip basket, okay. I usually do that joke with like a local Lubbock reference, but you guys have like 8 restaurants here, so I don't know. I had a hard time picking one. I was like, I don't even know if they have drive-thrus. They have cars? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do have a problem that I do want to tell you guys about, though. I'm suffering from a very horrible condition called WAP. Do you know what that is? Nana knows what it is. It's wet ass poopy. It's diarrhea. Get a bucket and a mop. That's why I don't eat Dairy Queen anymore. But I do work in the hospital. I'm a medical professional. Thank you so much. I don't need your applause. You can sit down. That's okay. But I do work with a lot of like immigrants and stuff, so it's pretty cool. And I was trying to explain to them what HIPAA means, like in English. So I was telling them, you know, HIPAA, it's kind of like the same rules as Fight Club, you know. Like number 1 rule, you don't talk about working at the hospital. Number 2 rule, Hindi, Tongo, Paciente, which is Tagalog. which is what the Filipinos speak, which is all we have in the hospital. That's why. I keep trying to figure out why that joke only works like 1 out of every 10 times, and that's because Filipinos don't know what Fight Club is, and Americans don't speak Tagalog, so it's very confusing for all of us, I know. I have good news though. I am on this new birth control. It's very effective. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called lesbianism. Yes, thank you. I know I'm the only one in here. That's fine. And sometimes it can be hard, especially coming from a small city. It can be difficult to come out, but for me it was actually really easy. My parents are totally fine with it. It's actually harder for me to come out as a vegetarian than it is for me to come out as a lesbian. It's weird, right? Like, my parents don't care that I eat pussy, but I eat tofu, and suddenly they're like, we didn't raise you this way. It's nice though, they love my wife, like sometimes more than me. And it's upsetting, I'm not gonna lie, it pisses me off. They really like her. When I go visit them, I'm the one carrying all the bags and getting everything arranged. And they're just like doting on her, feeding her, giving her a blanket and a foot rub. And I'm just sitting there sweating with the bags, just like, what am I, a chopped lesbian? I came out of you, Mom, this is rude. People ask me dumb questions all the time too because I'm gay. Like the other day I was in an Uber. Do you guys have Uber here? No. You have one Uber driver. Rodney, you know. But I was in an Uber the other day and this guy was like, do you think you were born to be gay? I really don't know, dude. Do you think you were born to be an Uber driver? Why don't you mind your business and your Kia Elantra, dog? You're not... I'm paying you for this. I like it though whenever the door-to-door salespeople come by, they always want to talk to the man of the house. And I'm always like, okay, Cooper, go get him. 'Cause he's a dog, okay. There's no men in my house. And people always ask, like, who wears the pants? It's like, we live in Texas, we both wear pants. The real question, if you want to know who the top and who the bottom is, what you have to ask is who leaves the socks on the floor and who picks them up. That's how you know. You guys have dildos here, right? Did you know I thought it was illegal to own more than 6 dildos. I was corrected 2 nights ago. You can actually own 8. I don't have a joke for that. I just want to let you guys know.
Public service.
Because you know, you want to obey the law, but you still want to have a good time, right? Let's see. I've been married for 3 years now, 3.5 years. Thank you. I've been married for 3.5 years, and being married is fun, right? Like, it's great. But me and my wife are trying to spice up our sex life. And I want to have a threesome, but she doesn't want to because she thinks of sex as an expression of love or whatever, which is the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's such a gay thing to say. I do want to let you guys know, for those of you who are not informed, that pussy is a lot like cereal, because you should never eat it dry. You know. It tastes pretty good if you put some sugar on it. Have you ever tried that? You just don't. You'll get an infection. I did that joke and this guy goes, put some milk on it. At first I was like, ugh. But then I tried it and now I have an OnlyFans, so it's pretty cool. You guys can check me out. Milk on my cookie. That's where I am. Thank you. Me and my wife like to roast each other. We have a good time, but we were having a conversation the other day and I was like, you know, babe, I really wish I could be a trophy wife. And she goes, honey, you are. And I was like, what did you win? 3rd place? She goes, no, honorable mention. We had a destination wedding. I think we'll also have a destination divorce. But I love my wife, I do. My love for my wife is a lot like my period, because it's heavy and embarrassing to talk about in public. Makes old men uncomfortable, you know. It's a lot like my tampon. It's buried deep inside of me. Dolphin rape, okay. My catechism teacher is so ashamed of me right now. I do think it's important though. It is Pride Month. Happy Pride to myself, I guess. It is Pride Month. I think it's important to talk about safe sex. And this goes for straight people too. You know, you're out there. It's important to talk about safe sex. And I'm not talking about dental dams. I'm talking about the fact that lesbians also come prepared for sex, which means we just carry nail clippers on our person at all times. So you don't want to perforate a cervix, right? No, you have to, you could pierce somebody's asshole with some sharp fingernails. You gotta clip your fingers. But we don't use dental dams because trying to eat pussy through a dental dam is like trying to eat a honey bun through the wrapper. You know, just, you miss out on the umami of that uchiwali. You gotta really get in there. Does anybody in here smoke weed? Is there a cop in here that I don't know about? I don't. I'm a Christian, thank you. I used to, right? And I used to go to the grocery store and I would get all my snacks. But because I would be high, I would like forget and grab the wrong cart. And then I'd get to the checkout line, look down in the cart, and I'm like, whose baby is this? There better be a coupon for this baby. Put that baby back on the shelf. I don't like children. Okay. I do want you guys to know too, ladies especially, they do make a lube that has THC for you. So, you know, if you can't get high anymore, your pussy still can. And it also works too, like if you get pulled over by the cops, you can be like, no officer, I don't have any drugs in the car, but my pussy is dank, so. Dolphin rape. I just want to let you guys know, I am gay, but I'm not like that gay, you know? Like, I'm allergic to dick the way my stepdad is allergic to pork. He's not. Like, I'll eat anything if I'm drunk or hungry enough. Do you know what I mean? All right, have you guys ever made menudo before? Anybody in here? Anybody ever shaved a pussy before? Some of you? So this is why I don't shave anymore. Because it's just too much work. Shaving a pussy is a lot like making menudo. Because you have to wash it like 14 times, you know? And then halfway through you're like, why does it smell like that? I don't understand. By the time you're done, you're like, nobody wants to eat this anyway. But then you just squirt some lemon on it and you still eat it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Alright, I like going to the movies too with my wife. That's my favorite thing to do, is to go to the movies. And I feel like guys have it so easy when it comes to sex at the movies. Because you just whip it out and go to town, I guess. I don't know what you people do with your tools. But for girls, it's not that easy. Like, trying to finger a girl at the movies is kind of like, you know when you drop your phone between the center console and the driver's seat? And you just have to shove your hand in that little crack and just reach around? Do you know what I'm talking about? And then you pull your hand up and there's just like popcorn and hot Cheeto dust under your fingers? Does that happen to you? I don't know, you guys. That's my time. Thank you so much.